be definitely on Maharashtra, the political shakeup. Ajit Pawar has, led this particular split. It's a double engine and it's a double split after the Shiv Sena. It is now the NCP. Those are visuals from the swearing-in ceremony. He now becomes the second Deputy Chief Minister. It hasn't gone down well with the opposition. I must say, a lot of opposition leaders taking to the microblogging website, many coming out openly and critiquing on this particular move, saying that so on to say that Sharad Pawar has gone on to take a swipe at the Prime Minister, says that the Prime Minister is somebody who alleges and calls out corruption. But right now in Maharashtra, it seems like he is welcoming it. Joining me on the show for expanding this conversation is my colleague and news editor Pankaj Mishra. Pankaj, yesterday, Sunday, everybody was shocked with what Ajit Pawar had done. Supriya Sule last night smiling in that particular press conference, Jayant Patil also saying that we are expecting and hoping all of these MLAs to come back. We all know that's not going to happen, even as the NCP has now moved a disqualification petition against not just Ajit Pawar but several other MLAs as well.
Well, yes, indeed, Kabir. It's the political astuteness of both Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar that was at full display yesterday. And for Ajit Pawar, yes, it's 2019 2.0 once again, because he has done it once again this time around. Whether he would come back or not remains to be seen. Otherwise, yes, for Ajit Pawar, it's a new beginning, but for Sharad Pawar, as his body language from the press conference that he did yesterday was clear that he was not aware, as he claimed, and he said that it is his own decision, Ajit Pawar's individual decision. Meanwhile, since we are discussing the newspaper, let's begin with the headlines. And obviously, on days like these, when the big developments happen, the headlines of newspapers are actually quite catchy. Chote Pawar ki Mahabagawat Ajit Pawar mein. This is what Nav Bharat Times has to say. And the Chote Pawar ki Mahabagawat Maharashtra is what they are referring to. Then we have the Indian Express double engine, double split. After Sena, it's NCP. This is basically the bottom line, how first the Shiv Sena, we saw how Eknath Shinde came out of Shiv Sena, taking MLAs with him, and then Uddhav Thackeray had to fend for the last straw there. Pawar versus Pawar 2.0. Ajit joins Shinde, BJP government in big blow to national opposition unity. That's what Times of India has put as the headlines. All these things put together, Kabir, I would say, yes, the democratic aspect of Indian polity is such that this would not be seen as a backstabbing. Rather, this would be seen as a political masterstroke. Whatever Supriya Sule, Sharad Pawar, or anyone has to say now, the fact remains that Ajit Pawar has changed the camps, and he has made his intentions clear. So what is said earlier, what was on his mind, remains a thing of past. From here on, the fact remains that BJP has successfully punctured, dented two biggest opposition parties, regional opposition parties in Maharashtra.
Supriya Sule last night, Supriya Sule, Pankaj, she said what she called was the ICE treatment, which was the income tax. It was the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. And yesterday, Tariq Anwar, we were one of the first news entities to really break out and, start talking about this particular, split in Maharashtra. Tariq Anwar said that, it's only the pressure of these central agencies. ये सब जितने भी MLAs थे, ये सब जितने भी विधायक थे, ये सब घबराए हुए थे. ये सब Enforcement Directorate के चपट में थे, उनके प्रेशर में आके उन्होंने ये सब स्टेप लिया. And take a look at this. 4 out of the 9 MLAs are kin in graft stock. What will the ED and the other agencies do now is another big question, isn't it, Pankaj?
Well, yes, so this question was pretty much there when Ajit Pawar was doing the press conference, and he addressed that also. He, along with Chhagan Bhujbal, took a pot shot. कि देखिए जी किसके खिलाफ केस है, किसी के खिलाफ तो नहीं है, इनके खिलाफ था वो क्लियर हो गए, इनके खिलाफ था वो क्लियर हो गए. So they were ready for this question. They were ready for this understanding that since it is the ED cases and several corruption cases against several of the ministers whom or the MLAs whom Ajit Pawar has broken away from the NCP, they face those cases. But you know, uh, what remains to be seen, what needs to be looked at from a very critical point of view is that uh, uh, Eknath Shinde and Fadnavis did not have any paucity, or they were not lacking the numbers. They were comfortably placed. They were not, going into a minority. They were not facing any sort of threat. So to bolster it more, they got the support of again 8 to 9 more MLAs as of now. Those who have taken oaths, although speculations arrived that there are more than 30 that Ajit Pawar is breaking. So the question was not that of stability there as far as this particular incident is concerned. The question was, the main aspect was to weaken the NCP, and this body blow to Sharad Pawar, as of now, what it looks like, not more than 12 hours have passed, Kabir,
Right.
that this
Still pretty
incident
early.
has
Still
happened.
pretty early. Absolutely.
Yes. So what comes out of Sharad Pawar's kitty, that remains to be seen, whether he manages to get Ajit Pawar back again. Even if it does, last time Devendra Fadnavis could not form the government, but this time the government is already formed. Ajit Pawar
He can't
is
stop smiling. He
adding the
can't stop
numbers.
smiling. Fadnavis can't stop smiling. And take a look at the number game here, Pankaj. It says, and before the number game, ahead of 2024, what this means for NCP's strength, the Assembly is 54, Council has 9, Lok Sabha is 5, Rajya Sabha, they've got 4. He's gotten the second biggest post for the third time in 4 years. And many are again asking, why would Ajit Pawar settle down for a deputy chief minister's post? Yet again, we know that the reasons were out there for people to really read between the lines. He was really miffed with the way he was, being treated in the party. But why settle down for a deputy chief minister's post? It's the second deputy chief minister. I mean, with the way Fadnavis was sitting and smiling, he would have been okay with giving away the post of the deputy chief minister as well.
Yes, Kabir. See, this question obviously came into picture time and again yesterday, that why a deputy chief minister. But the thing is, here we had a stable uh, Shiv Sena and BJP government. So the numbers were not something that Ajit Pawar was bringing to the table. So obviously he could not have been the kingmaker. Also, he could not have demanded that. Remember, this government has already completed 1 year or so. Last year itself, when this changeover happened. So again, to ask for a chief minister's position, 1 year, 1.5 years down the line was not the game plan. The game plan is actually 2024. The game plan is to weaken NCP. The game plan is to weaken Sharad Pawar. Now, the man on the screen, Ajit Pawar, is a very suitable character, if I may say. कबीर अगर त्रेता युग होता तो जो एक बात आई थी वहां से, घर का भेदी लंका ढाए, जो विभीषण रावण के भाई के बारे में कहा जाता है कि उसने राम की सेना को सारे गुप्त सूत्र बता दिए, एंड दैट्स व्हाई Ram could actually vanquish Lanka and he could take down Ravan. This time around, this is what we call political astuteness, a political move. Ajit Pawar had always been nurturing and harboring of late the dream to come out of the shadows of his uncle Sharad Pawar. He wanted to lead NCP also. That's something that in politics is not considered to be a bad thing. If you are ambitious, if you want to be chief minister or prime minister, or for that matter, leader of your party, that's fine. But when Sharad Pawar on 2nd of May had resigned, saying, citing health reasons, so that day Ajit Pawar had also fried buckets. He had said कि साहेब ऐसा चाहते हैं, साहेब ऐसा चाहते हैं, लेकिन वही नेता रहेंगे, हम लोग उनके नेतृत्व में काम करेंगे. हाँ, अगर कोई भी अध्यक्ष बनता है इससे में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, बट नेता ही साहब ही नेता रहेंगे. अब after that, again 2 days later, Sharad Pawar says that fine, I'm not resigning. Then after some time, he makes Supriya Sule and Praful Patel as the working president. After that day, when Supriya Sule and Praful Patel found mention and not Ajit Pawar, then that was something that I think did not go well with Ajit Pawar. And that day he
Absolutely.
resigned from the post of leader of opposition in Maharashtra Assembly, and he said that he wants to work for the party. And he told categorically his MLAs that they all know how he works. He is a yes or a no man. He gets the work done, and he has done the same for 2019. 2019 is also a critical aspect. Ajit Pawar's role was very important when, as far as NCP's positioning in the 2019 elections were concerned. So, yes, I mean, a breakaway. He's a young leader. A changed NCP is what many people are talking about. And the like minded, he holds a sway over the young and the old in NCP. And that's why, if the numbers are going up or are being claimed to be around 30 or 40, then I don't think it's a surprise, because Ajit Pawar has done a Sharad Pawar on Sharad Pawar, and this is Shiv Sena 2.0 that is happening with NCP.
And take a look at how both the Pawars are now posturing themselves. I've
Hmm.
got here with me the Times of India. It says, no need to talk of numbers. Where the NCP is what the nephew says. This is what uncle says. Uncle says, I'll remain the face of the party. This is coming hours after the split. And he's also taken a swipe at the Prime Minister, Pankaj. He says, I'm happy that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has cleared some NCP colleagues of corruption charges, as they are now ministers in the government. This means that the allegations were baseless. And this is what NCP leader Ajit Pawar says. We will contest all future polls, local, assembly, and national, under the NCP name and symbol. There is no need to respond to any criticism. We will work for the public and development. On the other hand, you've got the Congress party that is now blaming Pawar Senior as the split cloud has dampened the hopes of the opposition in Maharashtra. How do you see this particular aspect playing out? The posturing of who gets to be NCP. We've got disqualification petitions against not just Ajit Pawar but 8 other MLAs as well.
Well, see, NCP has to portray and showcase that it is concerned, it is taking all legitimate actions that is there within the rights of the party leadership and the party itself, which is fair enough. Disqualification from the party, I don't think Ajit Pawar is worried about that, because what he has done, and if I could just share the details of the press conference that Ajit Pawar did yesterday, he said that हमें एनसीपी के सभी लोगों का, एंड ही सेड सभी का मतलब सभी लोगों का आशीर्वाद प्राप्त है, और हम चाहेंगे कि वो ऐसा ही बना रहे. एंड देन ही सेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. ही सेज दैट एनसीपी will be contesting elections under his stewardship, and NCP would be working together in 2024 with the BJP under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, who is Ajit Pawar to say that? Well, he is the man who has exposed just 8 cards as of now. He is claiming that he would stake claim on the NCP, and he's saying that he will fight on the same symbol and the party would remain the same. So basically, this is one step ahead of what had happened to Shiv Sena. Here, looks like Supriya Sule, all smiles, says that Ajit Pawar mere dada hai, bade bhai hai,
Yeah, I'm
bade
going to
bhai
keep
hi rahenge.
professional away from personal and all that. Yes.
Exactly. This kind of approach we haven't seen earlier, because Supriya Sule, although quite new as far as the national politics is concerned, but Ajit Pawar immediately Sharad Pawar immediately doing a press conference without any political move yesterday from Pune. That was also something very remarkable. So uh, for Ajit Pawar, obviously, as I was mentioning, staking claim on the party, saying that no, NCP remains intact. He is giving a message that now he is the boss. He is the guy who has most number of MLAs, and I believe with Chhagan Bhujbal and Praful Patel sitting in the wings and clapping and laughing away to glory, while Ajit Pawar signed the post of Deputy Chief Ministership at the Raj Bhavan. I think this does not need more ratification than anything else.